Hello model railroad fans. In today's video we're going to take a look at this Union 76 train set that is put out by Model Power. So give me just 1 second and we're going to take a closer look. I'll be right back. Alright. Well, let me take a quick moment to welcome you to Vintage Road and Rail. And as I said at the outset, we're going to take a look at this Union 76 train set that was put out by Model Power. And we'll move in a little bit closer here, and you can see this is HO scale, and it's a limited edition collector's set. And like I said, Model Power, item number 1097. And I don't know how many of these different types of sets that they have made in these little small collector sets, but I have at least 3 others. Well, I know for sure 3 others. 2 different Loctite ones, and I can't remember what the other one is. So I'm pretty sure they have others that are, sold in this type of a packaging. So anyway, we're going to crack this open here in just a second, but just to kind of give you a quick rundown of what we're going to do in this video is we're going to open this up and take a quick look at what's inside the box. Then we'll throw my camera back on the tripod and get a little bit closer look at each individual item, run it around the track for just a little bit, and then at the very end of the video I'm going to have some footage of it running on one of the layouts up at my local rail club. So anyway, with all that out of the way, let's open this up and take a closer look. Alright, so we open it up. This train set is complete. It comes with the paperwork, which mainly just gives you some instructions on setting everything up and what to do if you run into any problems. And it's just a kind of a trifold thing like so, a little bit of warranty information. So nothing too special. Alright, and in here we'll open this up and we're going to see our loop of track, and then we have a Model Power power supply. It's not in here, but it did come with what's needed to connect the track power from the supply to the track. I robbed it for something else so that I could use another power supply. Alright, so let's move in a little bit closer. And here's our locomotive. This is going to be a F3. And here's our tank car. And right here we've got some signaling lights and a signal bridge. And then we got a flat car with a trailer. And then here's our caboose. Alright, so I'm going to stop the video right here for just a second, get mounted up here on the tripod, and then I'll pull each item out and we'll take a closer look. So give me just 1 second. Alright, I've moved the box out of the way and gotten set up here on the tripod. And we're going to just take a closer look at each item. So let's start with the accessories. And I'm not going to pull the track and the power supply out. But I will take a look at the accessories that comes with it. Alright, so here we have some trackside signal lights, and I'm not entirely sure what this is, so if someone knows for sure in the comments, please let me know. But I'm thinking it may be a throw for a switch. I'm not real sure on that one. Alright, and here are our pieces for the signal bridge, and it just snaps into place like this. Let's do the other side, and then that will just sit across a piece of track there. And then I've got this old guy. I'm not real sure where he goes. I don't know if it sits on here or if it's just meant to be like a little trackside piece that just sits like so. Not real sure on that one. And I didn't see anything in the that little bit of paperwork that specified. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the accessories. So let's throw that back in the box. And we'll start with the caboose and work our way out. Alright, so let's get the caboose out here. Alright, nothing fancy about this little caboose. It's Santa Fe with a little bit of molded in detail, but not a lot. And we have our little smokestack here for, I guess these guys want some heat in the wintertime and be able to cook, I guess. And underneath we've got plastic wheels, horn hook couplers, and almost no detail whatsoever here on the bottom. And we've got a molded in brake wheel and a door, and we have a handrail here. This is metal at least, but there's no ladder, and there's not one on the other side either. And nothing more really to see here on this side. Looks like a molded in lantern, I believe that's what that is. I'm not sure. Looks like a lantern anyway. And this is, I didn't mention it, but a bay window. And then the other side, molded in door. Again, no ladder for roof access. So that's the caboose. You know what, I don't know why I'm putting that back in the box. Alright, so next we're going to move up to our Union 76 tank car. And this actually looks really nice. I love the orange along here with the orange ladder and the orange handrail. With the silver finish and the Union 76 and your details that you would find on a tank car with a blue dome. Looks a lot better than this Tyco one that I've got. Nothing wrong with the Tyco one, but I just love the silver. Alright, if we turn it upside down, again, plastic wheels, horn hook couplers. Little bit of detail right in here, but not much. And there's another view of the top, and not really a lot going on either end. And both sides are pretty much identical. So we'll set that aside for a moment. Alright, so now we have a flat car with a trailer. So let me get that out of there. So we'll start with the flat car, then we'll take a closer look at the trailer. And this is our flat car here. And this is where your wheels are going to set, right here, for your trailer. And this is where the stand for the trailer will go. We got some molded in detail here. And it says Santa Fe Railroad. We got a brake wheel. A bit more detail molded in on the bottom here. Various hoses and tanks and such. And again with the plastic wheels and the horn hook coupler. And that's pretty much it. Not a lot to it. So set that aside. And here is our trailer. Union 76. It's got a number of 8350. And it's got your flammable warning on there. A little bit of detail on the bottom. I do like how it has the 8 wheels instead of just one big fat molded wheel. And here's our trailer stand. And here's our coupler to hook up to I started to say a locomotive, to a tractor, or for like a tractor trailer. And here is the doors with some molded in detail. So let me see if these open, because I've looked at a Goodyear one in a previous video and they opened, and yes they do. And if you haven't seen that Goodyear video, I'll post a link to that up in the corner. And there it is. So if you need to add some extra weight to this flat car, you can put it inside this trailer. Alright, so let's set that down. And finally, let's finish up with the locomotive, and then we'll stop the video for a moment while I get her set up on the track. If I can get the locomotive out. Alright, so we have a Santa Fe F3. We got some molded in details here. We got I guess that's a marker light. We got some plastic in the windows there, so it's not just hollow, open, if you will. And we got some molded in ladder detail, some ladders here. Same on this end. We got some molded in detail here with these grills. And here are our trucks. Looks like it got a fair amount of detail built into it, which is really nice. We'll come around to the back. Here's our door. I have no clue what these things are. They look like ladders, but they're not. So if anybody knows what they are, beyond decorative, please let me know. And we got Santa Fe again on this side. And pretty much everything is the same here as on the opposite side. Alright, and on the bottom, here's our weight for our fuel tank. And this has all-wheel drive and all-wheel pickup, so it should perform pretty good. And we have our headlight here in the front. Let me get this away from the camera a little bit. Right here, and we got our plastic for our windows, our horn hook coupler, Santa Fe here on the front. Looks like that's faded just a tad. Alright, and on the top, we've got our horn here, and we've got some exhaust. That way we can, keep this thing cool on the inside. I don't know if this has dynamic brakes. I'm not totally up on these things, but my understanding is this is a steam generator if it's used for passenger service. Alright, so that is a look up close there to the components of this Union 76 model powertrain set. So I'm going to stop the video here for just a moment and get this set up on the track, and then we'll film it doing a couple laps around the track, and then I'll end this portion of the video and cut away to some footage that I took of it up at the train club. Alright, so give me just a moment and I'll be right back. Alright, I've got the train set up here on the track, and as you can see, the front headlight is working. This is on my DCC layout, so that's why that little bit of hum is going on. I don't like running it on this, but I lost the connector, the extra one that I had, to hook up my DC controller. I'm not sure where it went. So anyway, let's just kind of reach over here and get a view of this little train set. Alright, so let's give it a little bit of throttle. I've got it in forward, and we're going to bring it out off of this siding and onto this main line here. That's about as slow as I can get it to go. I hope this doesn't derail. Been having trouble with these switches, right? Or well, this switch, I should say. Alright. But it's running fairly slow. I mean, it doesn't have a good crawl. I would like to take a moment and try it on a DC controller to see if it goes a little bit better. But I had to give it a fairly significant amount of throttle with this DCC system to get it going. Alright, well, let's pick up some speed a little bit. And this is about as fast as I'm going to let it go. And like I said, I did take this up to the club and ran it on that layout up there a little bit. So after this, you'll see some footage of that. But anyway, this is the Model Power Union 76 Collector's train set with a Santa Fe locomotive. I believe that was a bit out of focus. Let's see if I can get a little bit better shot of it before we end this portion of the video. It's coming around the bend here. There she is. Not a bad looking set. Pretty small engine, or I should say locomotive, 2 freight cars and a caboose. Oops, I'm not even looking at the train. And I have no idea what year this set was made, but they made quite a few of these, as I'd said earlier. Alright, so I'm going to end the video right here. If you like taking a look at this train set, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll have more of these videos coming soon, and stay tuned for the footage of this running at the club. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me, and happy model railroading. Take care.